announcements. Woo! This is going to be a great meeting. There's a lot to look forward to. So buckle up and let's go. So let's see, how do I get to the next one? Perfect. So this week's agenda, we're going to be talking about the speech by Adora, or a topic by Adora is going to be powered by you. We're going to acknowledge some of our cohort members, talk about cohort 2, which is very, very exciting, and other project announcements. Woo, okay. But to kick off, we're going to have Dor, and he's going to talk about the future of, zkIgnite and all things cohort 1 and beyond. So hello, Dor, and let's go. Ooh.
Yep. Hi, hey everybody. Yeah, I'm actually, I don't know, I feel very honored and excited that we got to this day where we have. Oh, by the way, Janae, can you kind of refresh the slides? I think I made some last minute changes. Thank you. Yeah, I feel honored to be here. I think this is like a day of celebration and a day of acknowledgement of all the amazing hard work that we all put in this together. And I want us to realize how big this achievement is and how it's actually not trivial at all. And it's actually very unique and special. And if you can go to the next slide. Even if we can just think about where we were, like maybe even just like two months ago, okay, and compared to where we are now, and like just look at the breathtaking like pace of what we did. We have over 500 people that tuned into each gathering. Like, of course, there's a live audience now, almost 75 people, but lots and lots of people watching through like an hour plus on YouTube every week. We have 750 active members on the innovation platform. Almost, more than 1,300 comments, which is incredible. More than 100 insights shared, 166 proposals, 26 projects building on top of the Mina ecosystem. 26 in 2 months that are just starting launch. We did it in such a short time. Let's get next slide, please. So if we did that in that short of period of time, can you imagine what we can do if we go all in and really work together? We have only really scratched the surface. Like if you look at the statistics, like, we have 151 people that know snarky.js, 461 people that know JavaScript. We have like even like 15 people that know C. I mean, the diversity of skills, the depth is incredible. 137 members have already built and deployed the ZK app. 155 people have two plus years developing decentralized applications, 168 between 1 and 2 years. Almost 300 people have significant developer experience developing backend, 411 front end and 411 backend. 121 are experts in UI and UX. 403 people are interested in finding a team member. 456 would be interested to join a team. I don't think we even reached 5% of what this cohort of people can do together. So how can we do that? How can we reach our maximum potential? And next slide, please. So I wanted to try to give you a bit of a view about our perspective around that, and maybe start with, we feel the first step is having this, that we have a deep strategical and technical understanding of the ZK landscape, for us to be to build effective projects. We already started with insight sharing, our talk about ZK app architecture design, the VC presentations, but we're moving to sharing actually on Friday. We're gonna reveal the technical roadmap for Mina that can really give you that very specific strategic and technical insights about where this project is going. And we're gonna share with you a governance vision, and we're gonna share with you the developer feedback and analysis. Okay, so you can be independent agents, figuring out the best solutions, giving the right information that's provided to you and shared by all of us as a collective. Effective self-governance. So we've launched the Electors. This is like, nobody's doing anything like this in the blockchain space. This is like cutting edge, highly experimental stuff that I can say worked really well. I think we made amazing selections. I think people had an incredible experience. We want to do that and even more. And we've opened up on-chain voting, giving power to token holders. And now the Kimchi and the ZK MIPS are about to go on a vote very soon. And that's just the start. We're going to have electors governing additional funding tracks in zkIgnite over time. And we're going to start to think about reputation, okay, about how everybody is contributing value and bringing themselves here and supporting others, how this is like acknowledged collectively. We're talking about making the most out of each other's capabilities. As you see in the last slide, with the gatherings bringing us all together, with the innovation platform, and with the mentorship network that we're just starting. We're starting to scratch the surface of that, but we're going to expand the mentorship network, in numbers and also in scope. So, even if your proposal was not funded, you can still come and support others with your skills and be incentivized to do so. We're going to move into more interactive sessions where we're all in dialogue with each other, and not just like this type of presentation where I'm just like talking and people listening. That doesn't capture our full potential. And we should be in dialogue. And innovation and connection between participants, uncapped innovation, right? We didn't give you, or like, treat you like contractors and give you an RFP or a list of to-dos. And we surfaced big challenges and big problems that have high impact, with giving you the agency and the freedom to choose your own path and what you think is the best solution, what you think is the best way, which is completely different from anywhere else, I think, in the industry. We open up GatherTown to enable people to directly interface and connect with each other. We've opened up the presentations, so all the proposals are open, to co-inspire and help people to join teams and see opportunities and improve. And of course, all the interactions over Discord. And we're transitioning in the future more in-person events, both in person and also virtual, deepening the connection we have between us, and recognizing and celebrating the people who promote innovation in communication and connection in this community. Next slide, please. So, just sharing this quote: never doubt a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. It has happened before, and it's going to happen right now with us. And if you look, it's our choice. How the power is in your hands. You made it happen. Okay, like the funded proposals and the unfunded proposers and the zk app early adopters and the mentors and the commenters and the ambassadors that brought more innovators into our community, those being part of the elector pool and those selected to be electors, the block producers who maintain and update the network, the governance participants, the moderators, anything that, all the things, all the big achievements that happened in zkIgnite happened because of you, because of what you did and the way you rose to the occasion. We are inspired by this and energized by this. And coming up to like zkIgnite 2, and also I think a lot of you, like, the majority of proposers were not funded, right? And then the question is, what's next? How do we show up and to continue realize our visions, realize our goals, realizing our deep mission? And I think a big part of it is understanding like the iterative and persistent nature of what this program is about, because it's not just there's going to be zkIgnite 2, there's going to be zkIgnite 3, and we're going to continue to be here to help and support, and mostly put you in the center because you deserve it. And just wanted to take this moment like to celebrate this huge collective achievement and understanding that we are only getting started. So that's me. That was kind of a speech. It's true.
Thank you so much, Dor. Awesome. All right, so next we're going to be bumping over to Yasin. Hey, Yasin. And he's going to be giving us a word from our electors.
Hello. Hello. Thanks again for the contribution. Firstly, I want to thank all of our electors because they really took lots of responsibilities and brought great effort to the zkIgnite. And actually, what the special and unique thing about electors was they always came up with innovative ideas and constructive feedback. And then as a result, we had great learnings, and this was such an amazing experiment for all of us. And actually, this will contribute a lot for future cohorts, and this will shape future in a spectacular way. And actually, I don't want to talk because I will invite some of electors to the stage and give the word. So Haresh, if you are here, we can start with you.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Yes.
All right, cool. So yeah, thanks again, for everyone at Mina Foundation to give us the platform to govern the community in the way which we've done. And it was a really exciting process. It was sometimes overwhelming to see so many different ideas. But I think it's also very exciting to see the community taking in charge of some of the roadmaps of how the Mina ecosystem will develop. So great support from Will, Yasin, Janae. Thanks for putting up the platform and coordinating it. We also had a lot of coordination amongst electors, so we all have like different sets of skills. So it was nice to like take feedback within the elector network itself. And I have to say, sometimes it was easy and sometimes it was hard because there were so many great ideas. And it is a little unfortunate that maybe not all of them got funded. But yeah, it's still very exciting to see what comes next.
Great. Thank you, Haresh. And I want to invite Marek to the stage.
Hi guys. Thank you. I just wanted to say a few words about the Elector experience. So I think I can say it was really a new experience for us all, and we really did our best to take into consideration all the strengths and weaknesses of every single proposal on the platform. And it really wasn't easy task given, you know, all the relevant criteria we had to consider. And in my opinion, every single project would add a lot of value, or at least some value, but unfortunately, it was really not possible for us to fund them all. And our process is still far from optimal, but we are really learning a lot, as Yasin said. And I personally learned a lot, and I'm really happy I could participate in this way. So thank you.
Thanks again, Marek. I'll invite two more, and the next is Emre.
All right, so hello everyone. First of all, sorry about that. I'm still sick. My voice is a little bit weird nowadays. I think I can share a couple of words. So I'm the one of the Mina validator, also Electors. Maybe you know me like the Nopayo. Supporting Mina Protocol since testnet. I'm pretty active in the Turkish community, and very happy to be in this community actually. First of all, thank you very much for submitting the proposals. So I should say that I'm really surprised about your creativity and imagination actually. So many good, different, unique ideas have shared. I believe all of them is important and will add value to Mina Protocol. Even if your project not funded now, I believe you should not give up and continue work on your projects, because there are really, really good projects. On the experience part, initially I was thinking that process will be easy. Read proposals, votes, and funds, and done. But the reality was totally different, right? So I'm not saying that's super hard, but let's say it was harder than I thought. There were really good and detailed proposals. I can say that I read a couple of times, fully understand with all details. If there's questions and replies, check them and read again the proposals, and really, really enjoyed about this process. My general advice for the Cohort 2 is that I believe updating your proposals based on the feedbacks and questions is super important. I remember that there were a couple of good proposals, but no replies to questions at all. I believe responsiveness is the key factor. I asked a couple of questions myself about the reviewing proposals actually. For instance, like what this proposal adds value to Mina Protocol. Will it be increased market values of the Mina? Will it be really touch to human life? Also, are there any conflicts with the legal system, etc.? So we come to end actually. I'm really happy about the results. Yeah, good luck for everyone. Thank you.
Thanks again, Emre. And last but not least, Andreas, please.
Yeah, thanks, Yasin. I also want to give a big shout out to all the authors of the proposals. It was a pleasure to read through of them. Yeah, I was very impressed from the variety of the proposals and what you can do with zero knowledge proofs, and this was very, very, very inspiring. And I also want to say we took it very seriously. There was not like we treat everyone equally, and also from Yasin and from Will, it was very, very professional. It was a strict separation between the Dev 4 and the CK areas. I was very impressed of the structure. All the meetups were separate. Yeah, we had a separate Discord channel. And it was all about, all the discussions was all about treat equally. And for me, this was also a very good sign, and all the other electors in my group was so passionate and fight for their proposals they liked and showed them to us, and it was really awesome. And all for the and especially for the people who did not get the grant. Stay in the community. We saw you. Your passion. For me also was very important that people answer to the questions and come with us to the next cohort. You know, this is only the beginning. Zero knowledge proofs is we are in the early stages, and the next months and years will be awesome in zero knowledge proofs. And thanks for participating. It was a pleasure and an honor to be an elector for cohort 1. Thank you.
Thanks, Andreas, and I really appreciate all the time, like the days, you know, the months that you gave here and collaborated. So special thanks and shout out to all electors, and I will continue with another appreciation. Yeah. Okay, so recently we shared a Google form in the Discord to give you the space to indicate that, like, which people how they helped you. And I know there are lots of people, but we have a great list of superstars nominated from the community, and I think helping each other took us to this incredible level. So because we tried to create spaces so that you all can have the space to help each other. And I want to shout out to Andreas, Renzo Kukan, San, I am Dev, Matos, Patrick, Sid, AVFM9, and also to all contributors, because I know that, like, we have hundreds of people here in the ecosystem right now, and we all contribute in different ways, matching with our skill set. So again, I wanna thank you all, and let's help each other. It is very crucial that we think. And lastly, I want to finish my words by saying that I think it's not about winning or losing, but it's about staying in the game. And let's stay in the game. Let's help each other and take these zk apps into life and change the world. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Yasin, and congratulations to everyone who was nominated by their peers. This is incredible. We're going to pop over to Alex with some awesome news as well.
Sweet, thank you. Yeah, just piling on the thanks and shout outs to everybody who shared zkIgnite with their friends, their family, colleagues across Discord and Telegram channels. Really appreciate all of you helping grow the Mina ecosystem and really making this cohort as talented and as well-rounded as it really was. So we had over 70 participants on the innovation platform list referrals, and of those 70, 14 of them submitted proposals across the 2 tracks. A big shout out to KMY6679 and Port9420, who referred 2 builders that had a total of 3 projects funded. So there's a little preview of the funded proposals. The ambassador referral program will be back in cohort 2, so please keep an eye out on the instructions that will be hitting your inbox soon. That's it for me, Janae.
All right, thank you, Alex. And I wanted to show some gratitude too. I want to show some love to the team. Thank you, team. Everyone pictured and so many other people. This zkIgnite is 100% a team effort. Everyone always puts in their weight, and I am so thankful to be working alongside every single person on the team. So yay, you all, and congrats for getting through part of cohort 1. And cheers to cohort 1, right? Thank you all for your time, your energy. Obviously, without you, there would be no cohort 1. So great work, and let's keep it going. Now, while we have some momentum, we're about to get really excited in the chat because I have an amazing announcement. Cohort 2, when is this happening? Let's see, question marks in the chat. Guesses, does anyone know? Does anyone have a clue? When is cohort 2? Cohort 2 is going to be May 24th. It's around the corner. So if you are a part of our Cohort 1 right now, or you were along the sides and you're like, dang, I actually really want to do that, definitely bump over to Cohort 2 starting May 24th. So yay, yes. I'm happy someone likes the meme. I am no meme lord, but I tried. All right, moving on. Next steps. So before we share some other things, our other announcements, I wanted to share some next steps beyond Cohort 1, just to keep on your radar, things that are popping up. There will be an email that's going to detail more of this information, but just like so you know, so you can keep posted. First things first, Women in Mina workshop. So O1 Labs will be hosting a special one-day online workshop for women and non-binary developers to learn about building zk apps. I definitely recommend this. It's going to be great. We have our partner Regina, she's on top of things. And just so you know, there's no prior zero knowledge program experience required. So if you've just been on the looking, peeking, luring around, and you're like, I kind of want to get into this, definitely pop over. Or if you know someone who would definitely appreciate this, let them know. This will be happening next month, so stay tuned. Next, we are going to have a gathering coming April 19th with our Outlier Ventures. Let me get through that. It's going to be Gathering 10. They're going to also be running another accelerator called Basecamp. Definitely something you should check out if you enjoyed your time here and you really want to keep grinding through the accelerator realm. And then some other next steps, building the future, Cohort 1 and beyond. We're going to be doing a couple of workshops, improvement workshops between Cohort 1 and Cohort 2, because we definitely want to tap into all of your experience, your knowledge, your thoughts, and improve the process. So if you would like to be a part of those, there will be more information coming in the next couple of days. And again, we will have office hours this week, and more office hour dates will start arriving. Just again, stay tuned in the email. I know there's nothing for you to do at this moment, but the email will provide you all the links and all the information to pivot you in the right direction. Now, for our grantees, this is important. For those who are receiving a grant, you will receive 2 emails. The first email is going to be your token grant agreement and KYC onboarding. This is very, very crucial for you to read through, understand, and come on Tuesday, April 11th with any questions that you may hold. The second part of the email, or the other email that you're going to receive, is going to be your mentor preference form. These 2 things are very important that you respond to, you read through, and you get going immediately. And also the next thing that you're going to have to do, please RSVP for Gathering Week 9. It's going to be a great time. Now, let's take a moment. Quick reminder, we are about to share some of our funded projects. It's been said many times, many ways, but please be proud of yourself. If you weren't funded, if you are funded, this space we're here for celebration, but we want you to know that you are so valued, and we appreciate all your contributions that you've made so far. I'm also going to, throw some loves, throw some hearts in the chat. It's so important that we know that you all know that you are so valued to us, and there were so many incredible projects, and not everyone was going to be able to receive funding, but that doesn't mean that's only for Cohort 1. We have so many cohorts coming, like Dor said, like I just said, May 24th, keep that in your mind. Things are about to get incredible with zkIgnite. So I'm going to bring forward some people. We have Evan coming through, we have Angus, we have Gregor, and they're all going to be sharing with you some exciting news. The funded projects, yay. All right, so I'm gonna pass it on. Is everyone ready? Let's see. Evan, are you there? Angus, are you there? Gregor, are you there?
Yeah.
Yay. Awesome. All right, I'm ready when you are, so.
Exciting. Okay, so I'm going to say some quick words at the end, but just quickly, congrats to everyone who participated, who got funding, who participated in the future. It's really exciting. The first one we have is cryptographic proof of NFT endorsement, CPONI. And this is a way to verify the authenticity of NFTs using zero knowledge proofs. I think this is particularly exciting. Like, I think a big, like, crypto already has like a lot of material on it, but bringing zero knowledge proofs to all that material so it can be privately credentialed, endorsed, everything like that is a big deal. So this one's like super exciting. Yeah.
That last slide said that it should be pronounced C-pony. I think I would prefer to pronounce it C-pone. I don't know how people feel about that. So the next project that is being funded is ZK Humans, which is anonymous crypto biometric memberships. So the ZK Humans platform facilitates biometric ownership of one or more digital identifiers by a unique living human individual without revealing, storing, or transmitting personal identifiable information. This is quite a hot topic at the moment, especially with AI. Nobody can really tell what's a machine and what's a human, so it'll be really important to be able to prove that you're a human using ZK technology. On to the next slide. Over to Gregor.
Hey everyone. So next project is BioSnarks, ZK proof of biotech data or protocol execution. This one is by Patrick, who has some pretty deep experience, it seems, in the biotech space. So it's cool that people from other like areas of expertise come into our space and contribute something. So there seem to be a lot of possibilities with about proving parts of an experiment, or proving that an experiment was done according to protocol, proving that some protein folding is I don't know that much about biotech, but yeah, it's a pretty exciting proposal, and there seem to be, yeah, we probably will have to do some research and dig a bit deeper into what's possible, but the area here is so huge, and I'm sure there will be cool opportunities. Evan.
Yeah, next is FlexSecure. So this is like also like a a deep interest area like energy and energy markets. This is actually something that, like, I remember talking to people on early on. I was kind of blown away that like there's all these like little areas of markets out there that could be really transformed by zero knowledge proofs. So it's like super exciting to see this one actually happening and coming into being. So yeah, FlexSecure with delivery settlement for carbonization, energy production. Yeah.
Cool project. The next one that will be funded is AdMeta, which is a zero knowledge based advertising protocol. And so it helps Web3 projects to acquire users and promote their products in a decentralized way. So as we all know, the advertising industry is pretty huge and omnipresent on the internet. And so it's good to see a privacy preserving project try to, disrupt that industry with zero knowledge. So on to the next project, which is Gregor's.
The next one is called Proof of Social Impact. So this is an organization from like a team from Colombia with us who works in the charity startup space, I believe. So they're developing an NFT that sort of proves that you had some social impact, which is created by people voting and attesting to that. So I think this is a pretty good fit for Mina, and it's exciting to have an NFT project on Mina. And also there may be some potential to have some to do the voting actually in private on Mina. So yeah, cool project, and Throw it over to Evan.
Thanks. Next, we have a Nomix network. So this is a layer 2 on top of Mina. So that's super exciting. So I think one of the main opportunities with the cursive zero knowledge proofs is the ability to create like L2s that have unique performance characteristics, unique features that they expose. So this is something that I think will be really useful to developers. Like having L2s like this is like also great work.
So the next project which we funded is called zkdid. DID stands for Decentralized Identifier, and it's a new protocol that will enable users to basically identify themselves while kind of keeping control of their own data and the rights of that data. And it's going to be a really important area of the kind of infrastructure of identity as it will be kind of as it will become into the future. So that's really cool. Also, I wanted to say shout out to everyone in the chat. It's been a really active and kind of enthusiastic chat today. So yes, the next project I think is really cool as well. One of my favorites. So I'll let Gregor introduce that to you.
Yeah, so the next project is RankProof. It's about martial arts. So that this will be a platform I think developed by Anand, where martial arts students and teachers will have their accounts, and teachers can like attest that their students have some rank, and you will be able to represent the lineage of student-teacher relationship in some off-chain storage, and you will be able to make zero knowledge proofs about that. So you can prove that, yeah, I don't know, you're only three steps away from the ultimate master, maybe. So that's a good project. What's the next one?
Next one is a project for streamlining Web3 credentials. So as I think mentioned earlier, yeah, like especially with things like AI making it harder to tell what's real or not, this is like increasingly a super important tool that zero knowledge proofs and Web3 can deliver. So yeah, I mean, I think this is also a super cool project, exciting to have real credentialing with zero knowledge proofs and privacy.
So the next project that is being funded is called zkdid bounties, and it's a decentralized and like gamified approach to test-driven development. So as you can see in this diagram here, basically, if you want someone to build something for you, you write a load of tests about what you want built, and then you can kind of put some prizes up, and people compete to try and build some code that will do what you want and then win the prize. So very cool, very innovative idea. I can see a lot of people you know, competing, playing for bounties, hopefully when zkdid is bounties is complete. So on to you, Gregor.
Yeah, the next project is very interesting. It's a keyless wallet. This is actually one of the biggest funded courses, I think, and it's also about a very important topic, because you know, usually you have your wallet and you control it with a private key, but you can lose that. It's, yeah, probably billions of dollars have been lost that way. So it's very good to research other solutions for yeah, for controlling your wallet. And yeah, I am Dev, who's the main developer here, and his team has some great ideas. Something like smart one-time passwords, and yeah, other good ideas. I hope they build it out and we can actually use that and no longer lose our private keys.
Cool. So next is Mina Arena. Games are always, I think, great to build. Like, I think probably everyone here has heard of or knows Dark Forest as like something that really got people interested in zero knowledge proofs and got a lot of activity and attention. So I think like it's awesome to see a game being built with zero knowledge proofs on Mina. Like I think a lot of potential for bringing new people into the ecosystem and trying out new games and tech. So it's super cool.
I had a bit of a panic there. I almost lost the Zoom window, so I couldn't unmute myself, but it's okay. The next project, which is being funded with the zk app track, is Proof of Alpha. It's a pretty simple zk app that will allow traders to prove a certain trade performance, and they don't have to kind of disclose private information such as the amount of funds traded. This is actually someone from O1 Labs who will be building this over the next 3 months. So it's good to see this idea come to fruition, and hopefully we can start sharing our performances on Twitter and on social media, although I generally don't have very good performance, so I'm not sure how proud I will be to share it. So yes, I think I would say on to Gregor, but we're on to the next track now, aren't we, today?
Yeah, now we're heading over to the Dev for Dev. I think it is Gregor.
Yeah. Okay. So the next project is I don't know how to pronounce it. ZOC. It's about reusable validation schemas for zkIgnite. So that's a developer centered project, which it aims to increase the numbers of ways how you can validate data in zkIgnite. So right now we have some built-ins. For example, if you create a Boolean, then actually the proof there's going to, part of the proof will be that this number is only 0 or 1 and so on. So we have something, but there could be much more. And there are some cool, well-established libraries for that, like SOT. And I think it's named after that. It's named after SOT, which is a data validation library. And this is the ZK version of that. And yeah, it's a pretty cool topic, I think. Next one.
Nice. Okay, next is improvements to the zk app CLI tool, particularly to provide developers that come from other ecosystems like Ethereum with a smooth experience. So, I mean, I think everyone is going to want to use zero knowledge proofs in some form. So making it easy to start using the tooling on Mina is super important. So this is a great project to help do that.
I think I'm going to say this correctly. Njord? Njord? Anyway, Njord is a scalable, modular, and interoperable ZK rollup. So we, as you will see on the roadmap, we see Mina as a settlement layer. So it's great to see lots of different kind of L2s, trying out different ideas and finding what the best ways to do things are. So Njord is basically a rollup, and it will hopefully give you faster transaction confirmations. So hopefully that will be very useful for developers who want to offer their users a faster experience. On to you, Gregor.
Next project is CTF Capture the Flag. So this seems to be some sort of programming competition. The project is by Shuang Liang. And I never played something like this, but as I understand it, it's about creating challenges to break some zk app or smart contract. And these challenges would be a fun way to onboard developers and obviously also try to hack something and try to break something and find security issues in examples. And that would be a great way to learn about the security topics and how, yeah, what issues there can be in a zk app. So it's pretty cool to have some gamified programming there. I'm happy that this got funded.
Cool. Next is Airgap, mobile proofs and self-custody wallet. So this is tooling and an application to help people use dedicated mobile devices that are offline in order to store private keys. So super important. People have ways that they can have really good security when they're working with their Mina crypto. So this is awesome to have really good user experience tooling around that kind of experience. So great for users, and also can help people feel secure using the ecosystem.
Following on from the CTF project that got funded that Greg was talking about, kind of similar idea when it comes to onboarding devs. We've got Mina Playground, where it's kind of in the browser, you can deploy smart contracts and learn how to make zk apps using interactive tutorials. So that is a great way for getting devs into the ecosystem and starting to learn, pick up Snarky.js. So that will be a great thing to have. So well done to Mina Playground for securing funding. On to you, Gregor, for zkFS.
Yeah, the next one is ckfsio, which is an off-chain storage solution or data availability solution. As you probably know, Mina is small, so it doesn't have a lot of on-chain storage. That's why we need something like this solution where you can store your big data off-chain, and ideally in a way that's easy to access in a smart contract. I know that they have done great work on like the API. It's very similar to the Snarky.js on-chain state API, and just for off-chain state. So also shout out to this team. Matej and Istvan have been extremely active in our community, and I'm very glad they got funded. Also with a pretty large amount, so that they will really be able to improve this solution. They also have some videos and blog posts, so yeah, check it out. You might have to use this yourself.
Cool. Next is zk Ledger. So this is a solution for double entry bookkeeping that verifies everything is balanced out. And this is particularly cool, I think, because usually you wouldn't really be able to do this because you wouldn't want to put all the sensitive data into a blockchain. But one of the main, the main advantage of zero knowledge proofs is that you can actually do this in a real way. There's so much sensitive data out there that could interoperate with blockchains. It's super cool to see a project starting to bring some of that on chain with zero knowledge proofs.
Next up, we have zk database. Anyone who's ever done any development before knows how important it is to have good database tooling available, or how annoying it is to not have it, to have to do everything yourself. So it's good to see this project is going to try to make available database infrastructure for zk app developers and use zero knowledge proofs to kind of ensure the correctness of the data. So this will be a really useful tool for developers.
The next one is called EasyMina, a smart contract development environment in less than 5 minutes. This one is done by Andreas, who also worked on this project before already in Cohort 0, and he's going to improve it here. So as I understand it, this is something similar to the zk CLI, but solve some particular different pain points. For instance, it enables you to develop zk apps in pure JavaScript, which I think is pretty cool. I used to not like TypeScript so much earlier, so I think it's cool that the community is coming up with different solutions, and we're not the super centralized community, but I don't know, there will be alternatives for these tools, and I think you should try that out. That's a CLI tool for Mina that could fit your needs better than the zkIgnite CLI.
Cool. Next, we have a a public GraphQL proxy and archive API. So as a developer, it's like, you need to be able to get the actual data on chain. So this is super useful to have really good tooling and support for having that kind of data available to developers. Even as all the stuff with succinct verification of the browser rolls out, you'll still have to get the data somewhere, even though the data is fully verified and proven. So it'll be cool to have like, an ecosystem of projects like this that are actually helping provide that data. So this is super useful and cool for developers.
So this is the last project which will be funded in Cohort 1. So it's called Mina Developer Container. And it's a kind of, it's a container that's got everything you need to compile, deploy, and run Mina ZK apps. And so containerization is something that's, was one of those things that made you realize, or made you think, how did we ever do things before this came along? And it's really important for developers who can kind of have replicable environments where they can develop applications and test them before they deploy things in production. So this will be really useful for people setting up that kind of testing and development workflow.
Thank you all for presenting these amazing tools and apps. Round of applause. We're going to now move forward for a little message from Evan. Hey, Evan. Welcome to Celebrating Cohort 1. There you go.
Thank you. I mean, what to say that hasn't been said. So I think there's maybe two things to mention. First is just congrats and congrats to everyone who participated in Cohort 1, both people that submitted proposals, electors, people that commented, participated in the platform, people that have received grants for their projects. Like every one of you, is super impactful in making this first cohort a reality. And I think that it's exciting. It's like a big moment for what Mina is and what Mina can be as the number of companies and people that are building on it is growing. There's so much we can accomplish together with zero knowledge proofs if we do things like this. So it's awesome to see it happening. It's just like this really incredible new piece of technology, and it just opens up so much horizon of what can be built. And it's not even just that it exists, it's that it exists in a form where it's fairly straightforward to build with. So there's so much we can accomplish, I feel like, in a short amount of time. So it's super, super exciting. I think also the need for this technology is really, I think, increasing. Web3, I think, has a need to interact with more and more sources of data. The existing web has a lot of challenges with centralization. The upcoming, increasingly presence of AI systems means increased, question over the authenticity of data and people. So, I mean, all these things are coming together, and they're all such great opportunities for what can exist. But zero knowledge proofs really make them exist in a way that is human friendly, in a way that can actually be good for all of us. So, I mean, it's super exciting to see Cohort 1 starting to work on and build some of these things and grow what we can all do together. So I'm super excited for that. It's been a long time working on the zero knowledge proof stuff. So it's exciting to see the community growing and us all starting to build with it, which is really cool. I also want to give a shout out to the electors. It's like a very it's a new way of thinking about how you're giving grants out. A lot of projects, we could have just said okay, here's a link, apply with your grant, and the foundation will decide who gets a grant and who doesn't get a grant. But it's been very different doing it just like with the community directly. And something I'm particularly excited about is how can we build and grow these community governance where we're all kind of collectively deciding what gets built and what's going to happen. So I mean, I think I'm super excited on the governance front and seeing that get built out. Super cool. And yeah, I mean, thanks everyone to Cohort 1. I'm really excited to what we'll build together. It's super cool. And I'm really excited to Cohort 2 as well. If you had a project that didn't get in, it's mentioned in the chat several times, but people that stick around, iterate, there will be many more cohorts and opportunities to get things funded. And excited to, be there with everyone and see all those future cohorts happen and things get built. So thanks everyone participating in Cohort 1, and we'll see you in Cohort 2. That said, I don't think Cohort 1's quite over yet, right? There's a few more weeks of things, even though the grants have gone out. So yeah, but yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Evan. And you're not wrong. Cohort 1, it still continues. We are now in the build phase. Hello, Will. Do you want to wrap us up for old time's sake?
Sure. Thanks, Janae, and thanks, Evan. Hey, everybody. So I'm a little late. I had a delayed flight. No thanks to EasyJet. Wouldn't recommend. But just want to say, yeah, again, thank you for everybody, for whether you were an elector, whether you were giving feedback, whether you were just participating in the time and effort that you put into writing a proposal. Everybody deserves a congrats in some way. And I know if you didn't get funded, this could be a tough call to attend, but yeah, I'm reiterating what everyone else said, in that we're going to consistently work on ways to evolve the program and make sure it's as inclusive and productive as possible, and that your time spent will be valuable. So afterwards, we'll also share just a link to the spreadsheet of like how would all of the proposals and how the surplus funds were calculated. Just as a reminder, everybody, in order to get funded, you needed to hit your target outright. So we had to do some math, and we also recorded a YouTube video just to show exactly step by step how the process works and how the funds are calculated, just on a logistical note. But again, thank you to everybody who's participating, and I also just want to say thanks to my teammates at Mina Foundation for also just kind of experimenting and bringing the energy, and yeah, really excited to take this forward and see where we go collectively. Cool.
Thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.